All right, welcome back into Euro tonight. It is time to recap all of Matchday 8's activities from Germany in Euro 2024. The second week of this tournament has started. We only have another day of round 2 group stage games after today. We have 3 games tomorrow, and then we are on to the final games of the group stage, which is just baffling that we're already to this point. Today, the games were something. We had some pretty decent games, and then we had a real stinker at the end of it, which sucks, but let's get straight into it. So, your early game of the day, Ukraine walk away with their first points of Euro 2024 in a 2-1 victory against Slovakia. Slovakia kind of controlled possession first few minutes of the game, kind of then became a balanced game as we got into like the 10th minute. Slovakia get the lead in the 17th off a Skran's goal that was it was a very good goal. And then Slovakia start to sit back a lot. Obviously, I've mentioned their problems of finding the back of the net is a big problem. They can find it once, and then for the rest of the game, not so much. That has become a big problem for them in recent years. Ukraine went on the attack. Murdu didn't look great today. Hasn't looked great this tournament. He still isn't living up to that huge price tag Chelsea paid for him, obviously for his club skills. But, I mean, club and international play kind of go hand in hand. So, still not living up to those expectations. But it was after halftime in the 54th minute, a Sharpalenko goal ties up this game at 1. It felt like Ukraine had some new life there. They continue going on the attack, continue to look for this go-ahead goal. It comes off a Yarmolenchuk goal in the 80th minute. That gives Ukraine the 2-1 lead. They sit back, defend the rest of this game, see it out, walk away with their first points of Euro 2024. Now, this was the only game in Group E today, so we don't know how this result truly will play out on the table. We'll get to the table, obviously, at the end of the show, but I think Ukraine has some renewed hope for advancing out of the group. Getting a win here felt like it was needed. Obviously, it does make a mess of the rest of the table, given Belgium are the only ones currently not with 3 points. Romania have 3 from their win against Ukraine. Ukraine have 3 from their win against Slovakia. Slovakia have 3 in their win against Belgium. So obviously Romania and Belgium face off tomorrow. We will see how that affects the table come tomorrow. So we move on to the second game. We get to Group D action here. 2 somewhat neighboring countries, Poland and Austria, face off at the Olympiastadion in Berlin. And this was Austria from start to finish. They controlled this game start to finish. It was a Trauner goal in the 9th minute, put them up 1-0. Piatek gets a goal in the 30th minute for Poland. It kind of felt like momentum was shifting a little bit towards Poland's side, but I mean, nothing really came of that truly. Austria controlled the game, went into half. Out of the half, still controlled the game. A Baumgartner goal in the 66th put them up 2-1. And then for added measure, they get a penalty in the 78th, which Arnautovic finishes, puts Austria up 3-1. And Austria walk away victorious as they eliminate Poland from Germany, I should say, as Poland are the first team officially eliminated from Euro 2024. Another disappointing group stage exit for Poland, as this is the, I believe, 4th straight tournament they have been grouped out of. So a lot of questioning, I think, has to go into this Poland side coming out of this. Where does Poland go from here, just given that it doesn't seem to be working on many sides? I know they've made managerial changes. I know they've made, other, I'd say, higher up changes They've made player changes. It just it feels like they've kind of hit a lull right now, and they just can't figure out how to get above, that group stage line. And they got to figure out something before 2026, because they most likely, I'd suspect, will qualify for the World Cup in 2026, especially given the expanded tournament. They need to figure something out by then. So we'll see what happens with this Poland side. Now, Austria, I think this was a key win for them, because this very much boosts their hopes of advancing on. And those hopes only rose a bit because, you get your first 3 points of the tournament. The teams in front of you, that's the big worry. The two teams in front of Austria were playing the later game today, and they stunk up the place. It was a Netherlands 0, France 0. This game, I did hype this up. I thought this would be a much better game than it ended up being. I was quite disappointed by the result. France just, they don't look fully there tactically, which I don't get. I think this team is so stacked with players. I think they're falling a bit under the Southgate syndrome that it seems that England are falling under right now, where you have so many talented players, you just can't get the right squad on the field, which doesn't obviously make sense, but this seems to be what's happening. And part of it might be fatigue from Deschamps. Deschamps has been there since 2018. Well, I actually think he was hired 2017, which is right around when Southgate was hired too. So they both have been with their respective national teams for basically the same amount of time. At some point, I think you do get fatigued from hearing the same voice over and over and over again, which I think is part of the problem in England, and I think it's part of the problem in France right now. And I think no matter what new blood is coming in on both sides, I think Deschamps, if they win the Euro, I don't see him leaving. I think if they don't, I think anything's really possible. He probably does leave. It sounds like Southgate is gone once the Euro's over, unless they win, which obviously it doesn't look that way. But sometimes just a fresh face and new tactics coming in is just the best case scenario. The Netherlands, it was interesting today. I thought they were the better team on the field. They did have a goal in this game, around the 75th minute, Xavi Sion goal that ended up being called back VAR offsides. But I still think they showed some fight. Hopefully it leads to more down the road. I truly don't know what to expect from these two going into match day 3 of the group stages, because let's just pull it out right now, the table. It is getting very messy in all to play for in Group D. As you can see, Netherlands, France, and Austria all within a point of each other, all on the exact same goal differential. So this could get truly really messy, as obviously Poland is the only one there eliminated from Euro 2024. And then we move down to Group E. As I said, Romania and Belgium have not played. But if you look at second and third place, Ukraine on 3 points with a -2 goal differential. Slovakia on 3 points with a 0 goal differential. But the tiebreaker is that game already played. So even though Ukraine have the lower goal differential, the tiebreaker is the game played, which obviously just happened today. So that game could be even more important come down the line for that match day 3. Group D, like I said, it's becoming a real mess. The current tiebreaker between Netherlands and France is goals scored, which the Netherlands have 2 and France has 1. If we keep continuing on this trajectory, we could be in for an absolute stellar final match day for Group D. I can't wait to watch it. I think it's going to be quite entertaining. But, you never know where this is going to end up. Yes, Austria could theoretically end top of the group, but Is it going to happen? Who knows? So yeah, that's going to wrap it up for match day 8 of Euro 2024. The tournament, like I said, keeps flying on. Tomorrow is the last games of group stage matches number 2. So tomorrow it is the early kickoff of, I believe it's Georgia, and I would like to say Czechia. Then it is Turkey, Portugal in the second game, and then your third game is that Belgium-Romania game. So we, of course, will be back here tomorrow night to recap it all. Format may be tinkered with tomorrow, just for tomorrow only. We'll see later. But if you want all the match previews, those, of course, are on the Twitter at NickBurt13, all _ no spaces. Obviously, Copa America is going on. Copa America content on this channel also, and also on the Twitter, as I just mentioned. So that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Euro Tonight. Thank you so much for watching. If you just stumbled across this video, click like, click subscribe, tell anybody you know about it. We will be back tomorrow night to recap all of match day 9 of Euro 2024 on the next episode of Euro Tonight.